Yo, what up? It's Teddy, Caravan Crypto. And I know I haven't been posting. I'm sorry. I've just been like crazy busy with a ton of stuff. And life has been all kinds of wild for me, but everything's going well. I wanted to talk to you today about the market and the fact that it's not moving, right? It's really flat. There have been some bearish news and events that have happened that either Bitcoin, maybe, dropped a little bit, shrugged it off, or the price is not yet reflecting the news. But there could be some downward movement. It's possible. Unless, the market isn't really affected by the news that's been coming out. Clearly Donald Trump catching COVID. In any financial market, when the president of the United States, health is put in serious jeopardy, the market's going to react negatively, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. These are the things that will prevent an investor from committing to whatever position that they have, or at least question whether or not it's a good position to be in. And so, Donald Trump getting COVID, we don't know what the hell is going to happen. Who's going to be in charge after that? There's already a ton of uncertainty regarding the election. But now, is Mike Pence going to take over if something happens to Trump? Who's going to run if something happens to Trump and he's not able to run? It's kind of wild, right? And then how are the people going to react? That's another thing. It's pretty wild. The stock market reacted, even though it bounced pretty sharply, but Bitcoin remained largely unaffected. There was a drop from like 10,900 to 10,400 or 300. I think even it hit like 120, 10,120. However, I really attribute that to the $11,000 price point and people having sell orders at the big round even number, because that's generally what happens. And I attribute that to that. So I don't think that is going to be, that the news was necessarily the factor in that. But it's good to see that it didn't drop crazy. I mean, it dropped like 3.5%, almost 4%. So that's really good. Now, keep in mind, everybody's talking about like Bloody October, and October has this tendency to bring, bad market movement and whatnot, or negative market movement. It could be. It very well could be. I would really look at this time right now as an accumulation stage. If you weren't able to buy Bitcoin, sub 10,000, you might want to start looking now about getting a position, because there are so many people getting into this space. There's so many investors getting into this space. I don't see Bitcoin staying at this level for very long. I see, definitely some kind of movement upward at some point. It's going to be really hard to push this thing down any further. There's a ton of people acquiring positions, in the $10,000 range. So I don't see them dumping out. 63% of Bitcoin has been moved to cold storage or wallets and hasn't moved in a year. You have, I think it's Saylor, he's an investor. He put $425 million from wherever he had it into Bitcoin. And when asked about if he feels comfortable doing that, he says, I feel way more comfortable after I did it than before. And he said that his money was basically sitting in a melting block of ice. And I'm sure he was in stocks and some of the commodities, maybe even some precious metals. What else, man? You got 190 million confirmed, verified identity accounts across all exchanges in cryptocurrencies. 190 million. It's up 100 million from this time last year. So it doubled. So you got 200 million people acquiring, at least having an active account on an exchange, you know, to purchase cryptocurrency. Are they all buying Bitcoin? Maybe not. Are they all buying crypto and something else? For sure, right? I mean, that's why they're on an exchange, and it's up 100 million from last year. So these are some of the things to consider. Don't be one of those people who are scared to invest because, you know, the price is low. Like, that's literally the time to buy it. When the price is low, buy it. You know, there's this thing called, man, it's like risk to reward. What do you call it? Matrix or something like that. Well, anyway, it's like, okay, look, like Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin went up to 20,000. Now it's at 10, right? The lowest was 3,400. I think the lowest this year, the lowest this year was like 35, 36, right? All right, so look, it's at 10. It could go to 20 as an all-time high or more, right? The likelihood, you know, so it has $6,500 that it could drop to get back to the low from where it is right now, and it's got $10,000 to go back to its all-time high. And so, you know, the risk versus reward is like, okay, now, you know, what's the likelihood, or how much risk do I have in Bitcoin going back down to 3,500? And if it doesn't do that, how much reward am I getting in Bitcoin going back to 20,000? And, you know, clearly $10,000 is more than $6,500. So you could lose $6,500 or you can make 10 grand. And, you know, that's the thing to consider, right? In terms of making your decision for how you want to invest. But don't be scared because the price is low. I am a firm believer that a sub $10,000 Bitcoin is, you know, cheap Bitcoin, to me anyway. That's how I see it. I would love to maybe get another one, you know, or, you know, if I could get a bigger position in Bitcoin while it's at this price before it makes this jump, I absolutely will. And you know, I had a talk with a brother the other day, and he invested in cryptocurrency too, but he pulled it out and invested in some cheaper property back east. And he was saying that he did that because he's waiting for Bitcoin to pop, and it's just not popping, and it's just too slow, and he wants to make money like right now. And I get that. I really do understand it, you know, and I see where that's coming from for sure, and I can empathize with that position. And if that's what you got to do, man, that's what you got to do. But yeah, we don't know when crypto is going to pop, but when it does, it is going to move massively. You know, think about it. If Bitcoin goes to 15 grand, you just 1.5x your money. You just made 50% ROI. Where are you going to get 50% ROI right now? You know what I mean? If it doubles, if it goes back to its all-time high, you just did 100% on your money at 10,000. If you bought it cheaper, you know, then you did a lot more than that. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, man. For me, and if Bitcoin's moving too slow, I'm not saying to invest in the DeFi coins. I am not saying that. But if you did, though, yeah, you'd have a ton more movement, and it would go way quicker, way faster than, you know, anything else on the market, especially Bitcoin. You know, people are putting down 1,000 and picking up 100 grand in this space, which I advise against. Please don't get caught up in that. It is literal gambling. All these coins, sushi coins, yam, potato coin, all this stuff is absolute trash. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. But, you know, it's up to you. I'd be the liar if I said that people weren't making money off those coins. They're absolutely making money off those coins. You just don't want to get caught holding your bag when people dump out. All right, you don't want to be caught holding the bag when people sell and collapse the coin. You know, a couple weeks ago, you know, we talked about a coin going from $10 to $2,000, and I think it went to like something crazy, like 10 grand or something like that. And then within an hour, went back to $5, and then less than 24 hours later, we're sitting at a penny, right? And that's how these DeFi coins have been going. It's just like the ICO phase back in 2017. It's 100% exactly like it. So, you know, don't get caught in all that. Don't FOMO, fear of missing out. Don't jump in trying to, you know, catch up to, because you see the money. You know, make a sound decision. BK, crypto trader, Brandon Kelly, go ahead, get the Bitcoin boss method and chart like a boss, and check out them charts, man. Freestyle on the Fibonacci's, and have a lot more sound approach to predicting when to buy and when to sell. But yeah, man, that's my 2 cents. I'm sorry I haven't been posting. I really want to take this channel very serious, and I hope to get back into the rhythm of things pretty soon. But yeah, man, I love you. Hope you're safe. Hope you're in the best of health and spirits. And I'm going to see you next time. Peace.